In this video, we shall be studying a bit about fractions till exercise 1 2.1. But before that, let us recall a bit what we studied in the previous class. हमने पिछली क्लास में क्या पढ़ा, एक बार छोटा सा रिवीजन हम उसका करेंगे. So yes, what is a fraction? A fraction is a number. ये एक नंबर होता है विच रिप्रेजेंट्स अ पार्ट ऑफ अ होल. एक होल नंबर है, उसका कोई भी अगर हम उसको इक्वल पार्ट्स में डिवाइड करते हैं और उसमें से कोई भी एक पार्ट निकालते हैं तो उसको हम अगर मैथमेटिकल फॉर्म में लिखें एक नंबर के फॉर्म में तो उसको हम फ्रैक्शन बोलते हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल ये एक स्ट्रिप है, अगर मैं इसको 5 इक्वल पार्ट्स में अगर डिवाइड कर रहा हूँ, ठीक है, टोटल कितने 5 पार्ट्स हो गए, 5 इक्वल पार्ट्स हो गए. यू कैन सी 1 2 3 4 5. और इसमें से अगर मैं 3 पार्ट्स कलर कर देता हूँ, सो हाउ मेनी पार्ट्स आर कलर्ड, 3 आउट ऑफ टोटल 5 पार्ट्स. सो दिस नंबर वुड बी नोन एज फ्रैक्शन. ठीक है, एंड हेयर 3 वुड बी नोन एज द न्यूमरेटर एंड 5 वुड बी नोन एज द डिनोमिनेटर. ठीक है, यही हमने लिखा है. नाउ मूविंग टू नेक्स्ट पार्ट, proper fractions. What is a proper fraction? A proper fraction is a number, ठीक है, which represents part of a whole, just like the last one. How will we identify that a given fraction is a proper fraction? In a proper fraction, the numerator is always less. जो भी न्यूमरेटर होगा फ्रैक्शन में, प्रॉपर फ्रैक्शन में, अगर वो डिनोमिनेटर से छोटा है, then it means that this fraction is a proper fraction. You can see some examples of proper fraction. Let us see them one by one. 3 by 4. Here numerator is 3, denominator is 4. And you can see that 3 is less than 4. It means that it is a proper fraction. Similarly, you can see 1 by 2. Here also 1 is less than 2. Numerator is less than 2 denominator. It means this is also a proper fraction. Similarly, 0 by 3. Here numerator is 0, denominator is 3, and 0 is less than 3. It means that this is also a proper fraction. Okay, now moving to the next slide. What are improper fractions? Improper fractions are those fractions where numerator is bigger than the denominator. Okay, for example, let us take the first one, 3 upon 2. Here 3 is the numerator and 2 is the denominator, and since 3 is more than 2, 3 is bigger than 2, it means that numerator is bigger than denominator. It means that this will be an improper fraction. Similarly, next example is 12 upon 7. Here 12 is bigger than 7. Numerator is bigger than denominator. It means this will also be an improper fraction. Similarly, next one is 18 out of 5, 18 upon 5. Here 18 is bigger than 5. Numerator is bigger than denominator, isn't it? So this will also be an improper fraction. So I am giving you 2 questions. Stop this video and write 5 improper fractions with denominator 11 and write 5 improper fractions with numerator 17 and send it to me. Now moving to the next slide. Mixed fractions. Now a mixed fraction has a combination of a whole number and a part. एक whole number और एक partial fraction, एक fraction को अगर हम add करते हैं तो उसको हम बोलते हैं mixed fraction. You can see in this picture 2 and 1 upon 7 is a mixed fraction. Here 2 is a whole number, 2 is a whole number, and 1 upon 7 is a fraction. Okay, so when we add them, we would be getting a mixed fraction. Okay, similarly in this picture you can see we have a one complete circle which was divided into 4 equal parts. isn't it? And then we have another circle. It is also divided into 4 equal parts, isn't it? But you can see in the first circle, all 4 parts are colored, 4 out of 4. And in the second circle, only 3 out of 4 parts are colored. So when we will add them, what we will see, 4 out of 4 means one complete part. 4 out of 4, it will mean one complete part, isn't it? And 3 out of 4 will be as it is. So what will happen? It can be written as 4 upon 4 can be written as 1. 3 upon 4 can be written as 3 upon 4 only. So on addition, it would be 1 plus 3 upon 4, and it can be written in the mixed fraction 1 and 3 upon 4. Okay. Now moving to the next slide. Equivalent fractions. Now here you are given 3 strips, isn't it? Let us see the first strip. In the first strip is divided into 2 equal parts, isn't it? 2 equal parts, and half of that is colored, isn't it? Let's go to second strip. It is divided into 4 equal parts, and out of 4 equal parts, 2 parts are colored. It means 2 is half of 4. It means half of this is also colored. Similarly, if we look at the third strip, it is divided into 8 equal parts, isn't it? 8 equal parts are there, and out of 8 equal parts, 4 equal parts are colored. 4 equal parts are colored, and since 4 is the half of 8, isn't it? 4 is the half of 8. It means half of this is also colored, half of this is also colored, and half of this is also colored. It means all those fractions, when they are reduced to simplest form and their values comes out to be same, these fractions are known as, what are they known as? Equivalent fractions. Okay, let's move on to the next part. How will we find the equivalent fractions? Now, to find the equivalent fraction of a given fraction, अगर आपको कोई फ्रैक्शन दी गई है, आपको हमने 4 क्वेश्चन से मैं बताऊंगा अभी, तो आप कैसे फाइंड करेंगे? इन ऑर्डर टू फाइंड यू में आइदर मल्टीप्लाई और डिवाइड, या तो आप मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे या डिवाइड करेंगे, ठीक है? किसको डिवाइड करेंगे? उस फ्रैक्शन के न्यूमरेटर और डिनोमिनेटर को, दोनों को ही मल्टीप्लाई और डिवाइड करोगे किसी भी नंबर, सेम नंबर से। मतलब अगर आप ऊपर वाले नंबर को 1 से कर रहे हो तो नीचे वाले नंबर को भी 1 से करोगे, ठीक है? लेट अस सी वन बाय वन। 1/2 आपको फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन में दिया है, यहाँ पे एक एग्जांपल दिया 1/2। ओके, न्यूमरेटर इज 1, डिनोमिनेटर इज 2। अब सिंस इट इज़ अ स्मॉलर फ्रैक्शन, इसको हम डिवाइड नहीं कर सकते छोटे नंबर से, तो हम दोनों न्यूमरेटर और डिनोमिनेटर को अगर 2 से मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं, सो व्हाट विल वी गेट? 2 out of 4. This is an equivalent fraction of 1 out of 2. We can multiply it with some other number also. For example, I am multiplying this with 5. What I will get? 5 out of 10. Now this is also an equivalent fraction of 1 out of 2. In this manner, we can get n numbers of equivalent fraction of any given number. Let us move on to next number, 4 out of 6. 4 upon 6. Here we can see these are some bigger numbers. They can be reduced. इनको हम छोटा भी कर सकते हैं, because they might be coming in the mathematical table of some number. You may think they come in the number of 2. 2 के टेबल में आते हैं. So we can divide both of them by 2. What will we get? 4 divided by 2 we will be getting 2, and 6 divided by 2 we will be getting 3. So this would be an equivalent fraction of this number. You can see in the first case, we multiplied the numerator and denominator. In the second case, we divided the numerator and denominator. So you would be getting an idea, when there is a smaller number which cannot be divided, which cannot be distributed, we will be multiplying it, the numerator and denominator, to find the equivalent fraction. And if we get a bigger number, we can divide it. Okay, so you have a question. You have to find 5 equivalent fractions of 1 upon 5. Okay, stop this video and find it. And second, you have to find 5 whatever equivalent fractions, at least 2 of 10 out of 20. Let's move on to the next video. Next slide. Addition of fractions. How to add fractions? Now we are giving very cases. Let us see the first case. In the first case, you can see you are being told to add these two fractions, 1/5 and 2/5 of a number, and we have to add them. Here you can see that numerator in both the cases same, means numerator in both the cases same. You can see here denominator, here 5 is a denominator and 5 here is also denominator. Okay, so in both the cases when denominator is same, we will simply add these numbers. Okay, we will be simply adding them, means 1 up plus 2 upon 5, we would be getting 3 upon 5. We have studied this thing in our 6th standard. Now in the second case we come. Here we have to add 1 upon 2 and 2 upon 3 of a number. Here we can see the denominator is different. Here denominator is 2 and here denominator is 3. So what will we do? We will try to make denominator of both the fractions equal. Okay. So we will be multiplying them with a number such that we get equal denominators. Okay, so a very simple method in this case is to multiply, we simply do cross multiplication. Okay, 1 upon 2 plus 2 upon 3. So if I multiply it with 3, and this one if I multiply it with 2, okay, since I have multiplied the denominator by 3, so in order to balance it, I will multiply it with 3. Similarly, in order to balance it, I will multiply it with 2. What I will be getting? 1 multiplied by 3 gives 3. 2 multiplied by 3 gives 6. Similarly, 2 multiplied by 2, 4. 3 multiplied by 2 gives 6. Okay. So what I would be getting here? 3 out of 6 plus 4 out of 6, and I would be getting 7 out of 6. Okay, so what difference did you get? When the denominators are different, we try to equate the denominators of both the fractions. Okay, now in the third part, we are given here, we have to add a whole number and a fraction. You remember, this is a mixed fraction, isn't it? How will we add it? How will we add it? Let us see. 1, it can be written this manner also. A part, it's a complete part. Here denominator is 2. So let us make both the denominators equal. Simple method is multiply this. If I multiply the denominator of first fraction by 2, it will become equal to this one also, isn't it? But since I have multiplied the denominator, so to balance it, I will multiply the numerator also. What will I get? 2 out of 2, and this would be 1 out of 2, isn't it? So when I will be adding them, 2 plus 1 out of 2, what I will get? 3 out of 2. Okay, now let's see the fourth case. In this case, we are being told to add two mixed fractions. How will we solve them? First of all, we will simplify these mixed fractions. Okay, let us first solve 1 by 2. It can be written as 1 plus 1 by 2, and then 2 by 2 plus 1 by 2. We solved it in the last question itself. this will be 3 by 2. So the value of this comes out to be 3 by 2, isn't it? Now let us try to find the value of 2 1 by 3. This would be equal to 2 plus 1 by 3. Okay, then again 2 upon 1 plus 1 upon 3, I can write it in this manner. It will cause no harm to my question.